Welcome, ghouls and goblins, to Chortle Cast, the exclusive Halloween podcast in the world.
We're the only one.
We're the only one that exists.
No one else is
doing
podcast.
anything Halloween themed. We're the only podcast doing it. I'm Jake.
Now that I think, I'm Brody. How is this Halloween though?
Because it's October, Brody.
But we're not
the
doing
month
anything
of
like
spooky.
Halloween-y.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's just automatically spooky because it's Halloween. I'm here, and I'm just scary in general.
Something.
We also have Steven. Steven's really scary.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Steven.
I'm pretty scary. Yeah. Hey, what's up?
So, anyway, yes, welcome to ChortleCast, the official podcast of Chortle Games, where we talk about TV shows, anime, movies, spooky things, whatever we want to talk about. And today we've got a great show for you. We're going to be talking about what we've been playing. It's been a slow news week, so we'll talk about some Netflix raising their prices. We'll talk about some Nintendo stuff. We're going to talk about a cool game called Untitled Goose Game that we're all pretty excited about. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So welcome. And we have Steven, because he's just hanging out with us from now on.
Yeah, I'm just here. You're stuck with me.
He's just always here. We're trying to get him to move closer so that he can be here physically, but he won't do it.
I wouldn't either.
I've been in Steven's neck of the woods twice this week, and it's not that bad. He could drive up here every Thursday. It wouldn't kill him.
If you want to pay for his gas.
Yeah.
Me and Steven are poor.
Look at my expenses and my income, then tell me that it wouldn't kill me. Because,
Okay.
kind of you need to eat to live, so...
Do you really, though? Do you really? How many times do you have to eat?
I like to eat at least twice a day.
At least twice a day? Okay.
I get maybe one solid meal a day.
Well, there you go. You guys are going to depress me now. All right. So...
I just don't wake up early enough for breakfast. Plus, I don't
guess
really
it's
like
true.
eating breakfast.
I love breakfast, but I don't wake up early enough.
I'm never
I
hungry.
love
when
breakfast food. I love breakfast food, but I like the extra sleep more than I like breakfast food.
Yeah.
I agree. I've gotten in a I want to say a good habit, but it's probably a bad habit of I'll get to work and I'll go across the street to the gas station that's next door and get like a chicken biscuit, like a fried chicken biscuit. It's probably not good for me, but it is breakfast.
Well, that counts as a breakfast item, so I'd say you're in the clear.
It's protein.
That's me and Alex and she doesn't have school tomorrow. Fall break, woohoo. So I got rid of my shift at work. So we're going to a pumpkin farm kind of thing or something like
Tomorrow?
30 minutes away. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They have a pumpkin patch where you can choose your pumpkins and a corn maze.
Are y'all gonna carve pumpkins?
I don't know if they have pumpkin carving there.
Okay.
But, I mean, maybe.
Are y'all gonna pick a pumpkin and carve it at home?
Yeah, dude. I don't know if she'll let us carve it.
Oh, okay.
I think she just likes having pumpkins out.
I gotcha. I love all things fall, so I'm
Yeah.
totally down with that.
Yeah. I remember our friend of the channel, as we always say, Tyler, or I guess I shouldn't say his last name. Bleep it out. Tyler used to have
A corn maze
every
That's
year.
what his family did, and we would go. I only really remember going once on a field trip.
Yeah.
And exploring
That's the only time I
around.
ever went, but
We did the one time that we stayed at his house.
oh yeah.
We had like a lightsaber battle in the corn maze. That was cool.
I
So
lost that bad. I think we've talked about
You
that
lost
before.
about that.
No, we talked about that in an upcoming.
you talked about it in an upcoming episode of Spooky Halloween, but I cut it out for time's sake. I'm sorry.
That story's forever gone.
I did do a cool thing in one of those episodes though, where I called it like random topics with Jake and Brody, and it was just out of nowhere in the middle of this gameplay. You asked some random question, and I was like, okay, and we went on that rabbit trail. So it's pretty funny. Look forward to that. Anyway, what have you guys thought about the Halloween stuff? I mean, Steven, you weren't a part of as much of it, so you've gotten to watch kind of as a participating audience.
About the episodes you guys have been
Yeah.
doing?
Mm-hmm.
I've been really enjoying Little Nightmares. It's got
Yeah.
the right mixture of just creepy factor and you guys reacting in the best ways possible
Yeah.
to be enjoyable for me. So I've been staying with it. I've been enjoying those. Look forward to more.
Those are the best kind of games for us and our platform. I think those are the ones that we really like doing. But it's exciting. Yeah, we're in full swing in Halloween here. So we've got videos going up every weekday. We're gonna have live streams on Friday. So if you're watching this on Friday, be sure to check out the channel. We'll have a live stream going today. So it'll be fun. Well, I've been playing a lot of Destiny. Me and Steven have been getting on every few nights. It's hard to believe that today is like the week's almost over. Like I really don't feel like I've done much this week. To think that I've played Destiny 3 nights this week, I feel like I've done nothing or got nothing accomplished. It's just kind of crazy. But you haven't played with us at all because you've been too busy with other games.
Been busy.
What have you been working? And then what game were you played? Metal Gear.
Yeah, for like an hour.
What did you think?
Everything's just like off the wall. I guess
Story-wise?
I'll spoil some stuff.
Go for it. I mean, it's fairly old at this point, so
Like
It's
a
an
year.
old game. You're good. It's 2 years.
it's more than I was about to say. It's
really?
at least 2 or 3.
I don't know.
2 years.
So at the
I was
beginning
working
of the
at
game.
GameStop when it came out.
Okay. So at the beginning of the game, you like find out like what happened to you. You were like in a coma for like 9 years and you got knocked out in some explosion. So there's like metal all in your body and stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out that like everyone wants to kill you. Like everyone literally wants you dead. So this doctor's like, we're gonna have to reconstruct your face. So it lets you like build this thing in a character creator. And I probably spent like 30 minutes on it. And he was like, okay, we were about to start the procedure or something. And then some girl kills him. So doing that didn't matter at all. It had no like effect on anything besides to make you waste time on a character creator and then have the doctor get killed and then you like have to escape the hospital.
Are you serious?
It's like
That
I will tell you-
hilarious.
I will tell you this: the character creator does come into play.
oh, it does.
It does in a really pretentious way that pissed a lot of people off.
I guess
I
I'll find out
can't
later.
wait to find out. That's so funny. That's one of the games that I'm going to be playing later on this year, probably. But
Yeah, there's a psychic girl who picks up flaming whales and throws them around or something.
that's not Silent, is it?
Huh?
Silent. She's one of your partners. Did you get D-Dog?
Quiet. You're thinking quiet.
Quiet.
Yeah.
Quiet.
No, I haven't met her yet.
Did you get D-Dog?
No, how do you know? The only person I know is Ocelot.
I have D-Dog. This is my stuffed D-Dog that I
I
have.
know Ocelot and I know Snake.
See, he's got a little eye patch because he's friends with
no.
Solid. Yeah.
And
whatever.
then, what else about the game? I don't know.
Is it fun?
There's people with superpowers. I thought it was fun. It's interesting.
The story is just off the wall, but it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, but I mean that's all I've like heard about Metal Gear is
Yeah.
that it's crazy.
The story's crap, but it's
Not crap.
just out there.
Yeah, I've heard they have good stories, but it's just crazy.
Like Kingdom Hearts.
Sure.
Sure. And Steven, you've been playing a roguelike kind of game. Judge?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Judge. So it's made by 10 Ton Games, which is a fairly unknown developer that did Crimson Land and Neon Chrome. Judge takes place in the world of Neon Chrome, so it's like a cyberpunk kind of top-down twin-stick shooter kind of game. Neon Chrome was great. Judge is basically Judge Dredd meets Hotline Miami meets Dark Souls. And I don't like that. I mean, it's got really cool aspects about it because it's also a top-down twin-stick shooter. So you are this judge character, and you can pick what, like you can customize your weapon with 3 mods, a fire type. So like, does it shoot lasers, bullets, shotguns, stuff like that. You have a special skill. Then you've got all your cyberware to determine what kind of stuff your judge can do, like having invisible skin, a riot shield, stuff like that. So like the customization options are great. I love customization in a game. But to advance, you have to complete a certain number of challenges to get to certain levels. And some challenges include complete mission and extract in 25 seconds, or don't get spotted, or take no damage. And I mentioned I compared it to Cuphead in a very loose way, to where I was like, this game makes you learn patterns, restart, die, repeat, all that kind of stuff. And while it shines its most when you get to do whatever the crap you want.
Right.
Because I did one mission where the only objectives were kill all enemies, loot all containers, and rescue all hostages. So I loaded my guy up with a machine gun, a drone named Liam, the laser drone that follows him everywhere and shoots lasers.
He's been talking about Liam in Destiny all this for the past 3 days.
I was so excited because Liam is one of my
Artemis
favorite names.
bitch thing.
Oh yeah, have we told that story about Artemis?
You didn't start that until like last.
Oh really? Okay, so I started my fun Destiny story time. Well, let's get to that. I want to finish this. So my question for you, Steven, is why did you get this game? How did you find this game?
Because Neon Chrome left such a lasting impression on me, because it's a game I still play. Because it's a kind of dungeon crawl. You go from floor 1 to floor 30 or 20 of a tower. And each level is different every time. It's procedural. It's 4-player co-op. It's also kind of customizable. It's just a really fun couch co-op game that I would love to play with you guys sometime.
Right.
So just the fact that it was in the universe of Neon Chrome, made by the same guys, made me basically impulse buy it. Because if a game can leave a lasting impression on me like that, I'm in. Because it was only $15. And I don't regret getting it.
Right.
Yeah, it's cheap. I should have led with that. I don't regret getting it, but it's just I would have done things differently, but I understand why they did what they did. Right.
Cool. Sorry, in the edit, there's going to be a weird blank where Steven's camera went away. That's cool. Okay, Destiny story time. So, obviously, you have 3 different types of characters. Warlocks, Titans, and Hunters. You guys both have... I don't know, Steven, do you have a Titan character? Okay.
I'm the only one with all 3.
Brody has all 3. So when I found out Brody was having all 3, I was like, well, maybe I should get a character each for whatever. So the next one I started was Titan, because I assumed that Titan being able to just run in and kind of fight things would be better suited to my playstyle, since I'm not very good at shooting things. So I started my Titan, and I thought it would be cool to have a girl Titan, because I just thought that would be really, really cool. I don't know why. So I named her Artemis. By the way, I've named my Warlock Galahad. And so when I was playing as Artemis, I finally got her through the story. Was it Steven or Brody who did that mission, the final mission with me?
Probably Steven.
Maybe it was. I don't know. Anyway.
No.
Me.
Do you mean...
It was me and my
Artemis.
Warlock.
Gaul?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't fight Gaul with you.
Okay. Well,
it was me and my Warlock.
Yeah,
Artemis.
that's right, because we both finished it together. Yeah. What I can't remember what brought it on, but I as my Warlock, I always would yell out like Dawnblade or something whenever I used that, so it was kind of like a catchphrase. So I was thinking of what could be Artemis's catchphrase, and so I don't know where I got it. I don't know what started it, but basically anytime I punch or just do something really cool, I scream out, "I'm Artemis, bitch!" and just like do whatever. So.
It eventually got to the point to where it was more than just when he punched and did things cool. It was also when he breathed, walked, ran, did generally anything, he would catchphrase.
Because Artemis is awesome and she can do whatever she wants. Because she's Artemis, bitch.
There have been only 3 times that Jake earned it, in my opinion. 3 big times that Jake earned his Artemis. One of them was when we did the Nightfall with Scott, the guy that led us in the raid. It was the one from last week where you had to fight the Vex sniper guy.
He was hard.
And, you couldn't increase the time at all. And Scott died in the last few seconds. Not to say that he didn't do anything, because Scott carried us basically through
He basically carried us through the whole thing.
Yeah. But
the Vex,
I was using Cold Heart.
Right.
And it was like, we had 20 seconds left. And I was just shooting it. And it was at the point to where I was like, do I disappear and try to, tactical retreat this thing, try to save it in the last few seconds, or do I just keep shooting? I decided just keep shooting. I got wrecked. And so Scott's still in his respawn time. I'm in my respawn time. There's like 7 seconds to go. And we're just like, Jake, you better do something. And we see just Jake running with this sword, just yelling, I'm Artemis!
No.
Swinging.
I jumped up high and did, as a Titan, your sword ability is like a slam down attack. So I jumped up high, slammed down on his face. I realized it killed him, and then I screamed, I'm Artemis, bitch! And it was great. It's a good time.
He deserved it.
So, yeah, the first thing Steven was like, okay, you earned that one. But anyway.
So y'all didn't do the Nightfall this week?
We did, and it was rough. Was I running my Titan there too? I think I was.
You were. You were. That's one of the other times you earned it.
It's the Ogres. I forget what the actual mission is called. It's on
It's for Savathun.
Titan.
Titan.
Yeah, Savathun, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just hard. It was rough. There were like 3 or 4 ogres, and they're like really, really tough. And then we got to a point where it was almost like we were lost. Like we just, or at least I did. I felt lost. I didn't know where we were trying to go or what we were trying to do. I was just shooting. So
the problem was the fact that, you have the temporal rifts that you have to shoot.
Right.
To get more time. But also, everything in this Nightfall is so freaking hard to kill.
Yeah.
Everything. Like, you could see a knight with an arc shield, just a regular red health bar knight, and he will take 2 people with cold heart on him for like 10 full seconds to kill.
All I really remember from the Nightfall
ridiculous.
Was that I killed a few ogres with a sword and yelled Artemis bitch, and Steven yelling, oh my god, I can't kill him! So, and talking about like how hard they were. And you were like, is there a mod for, like, are they on a mod? Like, what's happening? And I was like, no.
Yeah. I thought there was some kind of modifier, and their guns were hitting super hard too. It felt like there was some kind of arc damage amplifier, but our arc damage wasn't amplified,
right.
But theirs was. It was just ridiculous.
I think the Nightfall is just hard, Like,
I mean, the light level's like 280?
Yeah, and that's where we were, 280, sitting on 280, somewhere in there. But anywho,
yeah, Scott was almost 305, and I was 290 something.
I mean, he
shouldn't have had that much trouble.
I don't know that he was struggling, but he was having a hard time too. There was at one point you asked him, you were like, Scott, is it just us, or are these hard for you too? And he said something like, no, these are still pretty rough. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, so we're like almost a month in on Destiny. Do y'all still like it? Are y'all still enjoying your time with it?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's been a month.
I feel like
they. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like we're kind of running out of stuff to do. Because like we've all gotten like all the armor and stuff we want that I know of.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I'll hop on to like do the Nightfall and like some of the milestones and stuff.
There's some stuff that I haven't done hardly any of the quests. I started the one on EDZ. I may have finished it. But like I've been told that doing that gets you some guaranteed exotic Ingrams or something. So like that's something I want to try to do more of. But yeah, I find myself checking off those challenges, getting my powerful gear, and then calling it a week. But
yeah, they really did play it kind of smart by doing a slow burn with their content release. Because they waited, a week to release the Leviathan?
Yeah.
And then after that, they waited a week to do faction rallies.
Right.
And then now here we are. And it's like, because of the fact that they've been kind of slow burning out their content, it still feels like if we have run out of stuff to do, we've only just now run out of stuff to do. And we've
as
been
opposed to
really hard.
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
and
still
DLC's
we still
just right around the corner, probably.
Yeah, we still haven't done the raid.
No.
I mean, we've tried, but we haven't finished. I mean, I don't know. I might have told you this, but I broke down and watched a how-to because I was like, if we get into this again, I'd rather just know everything I have to do so that we can just do it.
The only thing I think is going to be hard is the dogs, but...
Yeah, the Paradise Gardens or whatever. Yeah, that's the hardest thing. Scott said he has some trick. Pleasure Garden, yeah. Scott said he has some sort of trick that he wants to try out with that. But yeah, I was telling them, Scott and Steven last night, I was like, look, we need to do anything, like, what's the weapon that we're going to get for, like, that's the honeycomb legendary that's in our slots right now? I forget what it's called. Do you know what
I
I'm
don't
talking
know
about?
what the weapon's called, but
Acreus shotgun or something.
Yeah.
the one for
There's like a prerequisite for that you have to do, and I was telling Steven, I was like, we better do that now, because once we're in, if we could do the raid once, I'll be happy.
I think I have it on like all three characters.
Yeah, probably. So, anywho. Well, that's cool. What are some other stuff we want to talk about? I know I just kind of sprung that Netflix was raising their prices on you guys, and Brody, you kind of almost screamed angrily.
What is it right now? Like $9, $10?
So right now the base package, as I understand it, is $10. They're raising it from 10 to 11. And then there's a 4K streaming package that's $12. They're raising that from 12 to 14.
I'm not even gonna touch that.
Not a major change, but it's interesting because Stranger Things is coming out this month, and that's one of their biggest titles, arguably this year, that's gonna drop, and they're raising the price right before it comes out.
I don't care about it
Got 'em
all.
by the balls,
How
they
much
know
is
they do.
Hulu?
$15 a month?
$8.
$8? Are you serious?
Oh, do you use the student
$8.
package?
No, I don't think I do. Last I checked, I got it for $8. It may have gone up. I haven't really kept up with it. But when I subscribed a good few months ago, it was $8, and there's so much more stuff on Hulu. # not sponsored.
Yeah, there's some kind of like student package where if you register with a student email, you get like Spotify and Hulu for like $5 or $10.
Interesting.
Yep.
I might have to.
And I use both, so I probably should have looked into that.
Yeah, no kidding. That's interesting. I always thought they were more expensive, and that's why I just did Netflix.
I don't know. Me and Alexandre have been mooching off Steven's Hulu account kind of this week. And
Good.
Steven's like, at least somebody's using it.
I was like,
Hey, the more the merrier. Come on.
yeah, I was like, Alexandre, we need to like ask Steven if we can make a separate profile because she's wanting to watch stuff like House Hunters and like all these like house building things. And I was like, it's probably, does Hulu have recommendations?
Probably.
It has like watch list, and I think the homepage is kind of like recommendations.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't
So
know.
if you guys want to make an account, make an account.
Yeah,
As far as I know, it doesn't
I know
cost
in
anything
Netflix
to do
you can do those.
Yeah, you can
different
just make
things.
different profiles.
That's
But
interesting.
yeah, she was like really excited. For some reason, she like gets really excited when commercials come on.
For like home house.
No, like just like while we're watching something, like
Oh, just commercials in general.
yeah, like when we had Netflix and just like found like streams of stuff online. She's like, I kind of miss commercials. And then today we watched This Is Us on Hulu.
Yeah.
Which is like an awesome show. If anyone's not watching that, they should watch it.
I kind of understand liking commercials to an extent.
It feels
'Cause
kind
it's
of
almost
like
it,
homey.
right, that's what it is, I think, is the homie feel like you're actually watching real TV and not just streaming everything.
But like as we were watching This Is Us, there's a lot of emotional moments in that show. And something emotional happened. And then it cuts to a commercial. And she was like, I wish there was only like one commercial. And I was just like,
I was about to say that's what frustrates me is when
With
I'm in the
Hulu?
well, not Hulu specifically, but just commercials.
Yeah.
Is like I'm in the middle of a moment, and now I've got to know about taco sauce or whatever it is.
Yeah,
that
I
always
pay
frustrates
$8
me.
for
But
Hulu, I just checked.
yeah, that's cool. But you still get ads.
yeah,
interesting.
that's what I don't understand about Hulu.
You can pay more to get ad free, apparently.
That must be the $15 thing.
That's probably what it is. 15 without ads. That's what I'm thinking of.
It's hot as hell in here, dude.
I know. I thought our air conditioning was earlier this week. Our air conditioning was broken, and I was like, "Well, crap!" And my boss came in and was like, "Hey, turn your air as low as you can to see if it'll work." So I turned it down super low, and it got crazy cold in here. So I stopped because I was like, "Mine works." But I thought to myself tonight, because it always gets so hot in here when we do the podcast, I was like, I should crank it as low as it'll go and see what happens. But I might do that now. But
Because we're about to add another person in
yeah,
here.
we're about to add people here in a minute.
It's going to
My
get even
controller
hotter.
feels like it's broken. All right, I turned it down. Anyway, so also what happened this week, and we don't always talk about like games that are coming out so much. Maybe we should more. I usually try to like pick on to something else, but
kind of talk about stuff that's gonna come out.
every occasionally. But anyway, the people who made Push Me Pull You, which is a kind of a quirky game that Brody found on PS4.
We were gonna do a thing for it.
We've
But
played.
we haven't. We played it for your bachelor party.
We played it for my bachelor party. We've talked about doing it for the channel. We're kind of waiting till Steven and Miles can come here to film a bunch of stuff. That's one of the games on my list of things to do when they're here. Anyway, the people who made that game have announced a new game for 2018. It's currently called Untitled Goose Game. Personally, I want it to stay that. There was another one that I saw that was like, I can't remember what it was. I think IGN named it. It's like Loosey Goosey or something like that.
Goose on a Loose.
Goose on a Loose. That's what
Was
it
that
was.
really it?
Yeah, that was it. Goose on the Loose. That's a perfect name for it. Anyway, it's a stealth game where you are a goose and you're just trying to F with people's lives.
I think it's the same guy's life.
It probably is, but I'd like to say that there are like different areas or something.
Because I thought the thing I read was like you're a goose that just messes with a groundskeeper.
That's what they've showed. I'm willing to bet, and I don't know this, I'm willing to bet that they'll add other places. But either way, it looks super funny. Like they open up and you're a goose, you're coming out of the lake, you see this gardener, and it gives you a list of things to do, like get the gardener wet, make the gardener wear a different hat, do this, do that. So you sneak around as a goose, and it's not like you're going to get murdered or anything. Like there's several times in the playthrough where the gardener sees the goose, and doesn't really do anything. You can honk, you can scare people. It's pretty funny. It looks awesome. Like if they
Sounds.
Saying ghost and thinking about you probably didn't watch Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, did you?
No.
Did you, Steven? Oh man, there was a episode of that where a ghost duck followed people around and fake farted, and like nobody else could see it, so they just thought these people were just walking around farting.
That's funny.
Flashback to childhood.
But yeah, it looks really good.
Sounds like there will be some foul play involved in that game.
You were sitting on that for
Turn his
5
feet
minutes. You were just, that's all you were waiting to say.
About 2 minutes.
We just told him he could be part of the.
Yeah.
You're not part of the channel anymore.
It was worth it. It was worth it to get a platform and an audience.
Just to say your puns.
Good luck with our audience.
Yeah.
Our audience of like 10 people.
Hey, we love those people though.
Those 10 people.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I'm really excited to play it.
Yeah.
I think we probably will do some videos with it when we get that far.
Do you just want to close off with Overwatch?
Let's talk about Overwatch. Yeah.
Steven
Overwatch.
hates Overwatch, but
Steven doesn't hate Overwatch.
I don't hate
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
I'll defend him right here. Me and Steven sat at lunch eating pizza, and we talked about how he might be interested in Overwatch. And he was like, if there's a free weekend coming up soon, I'll give it a shot. I want to play with you guys.
It's all PvP.
I am not closed-minded. I will play the occasional PvP. Now, the community is really toxic, but I'll still try it.
I'd never turn on my chat, so all this conversation about the toxicity in Overwatch, I have no idea what that is, because I've seen YouTube videos.
Yeah, I've had people that are like assholes while I play.
Really?
But I won't like add them. I add all the people that like actually talk and are nice. Mm-hmm. So then I actually have a group to play with that's nice people. So I've never had a problem with it. But it's Halloween again and Overwatch, boys. Overwatchville. Yeah.
I'm so excited. I didn't get as many costumes from Halloween last year, and I'm super pumped.
Yeah.
Because old ones are going to be cheaper, and they're going to be new ones.
I'm going to be so sad. I can't flaunt my Witch Mercy in front of people anymore.
That's going to be the first thing I buy, probably, is Witch Mercy.
That's her best costume.
It's so one of the best, definitely. Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. So the only two that have been shown so far is Bald Vampire Reaper
and
Van Helsing McCree, which was super cool.
Ooh.
I know, right? So
I know who McCree is, and that sounds awesome.
Steven's been playing. What's the game that has them, Steven?
Who, Matthew Mercer?
No.
Heroes of the Storm.
That's what,
Is McCree in that?
Yes.
McCree and Anna.
No, I really want him to be in it.
Oh.
Anna, Lucia,
no McCree
Tracer, Diva, Zarya. Is Winston in it?
Genji.
Genji's in it.
No Winston.
They have a couple of them.
Oh, you know what I just remembered? There's still that monkey character that they haven't released yet.
Hammond.
They've
talked
that
about
gonna
like
happen?
I don't know, man. They've talked about
You're my
a
Overwatch
26
source.
character, but Jeff was like, he's ways off, or it's ways off. I don't remember what he said.
Yeah. I'm hoping for new costumes. Do you think the game mode's going to change very much? I know Lucio Ball, they made a few adjustments, but
It's probably not going to change much.
yeah. That starts this Tuesday, the 10th.
Yes. I know Steven would like that because it's pretty much like a horde mode
That's
thing.
why I was talking about it at lunch. So we're hoping we can get Steven in on that gameplay, but we're not sure yet.
Did y'all see like the horde mode thing they added to Fortnite?
Fortnite, we can talk about
It
this.
sounds kind of interesting.
It's-
From what I read, all I read was that
Brody?
you have a build mode
Do-
and you build a thing and it teleports you to a horde mode thing where you try to last for 10 waves.
Yeah.
That's all I know. It may be different. Steven, you seem like you know something since you're laughing.
I'm laughing because I've had this conversation before a couple times about the same game. I'm afraid to try it because I've been burned before by Fortnite a few times, and it's just like, can I trust again? Can I play this game and it not screw me over for?
I think I'd be okay with trying it
fifth
once.
time. Yeah.
I've played the Battle Royale mode a couple of times.
You've enjoyed
It's okay. It's crazy that they announced yesterday, I think, that they hit 7 million,
7 million.
players.
It's because it's free to play. I
Yeah.
mean, when it's free when anything is free,
Well, the
it's
thing
stupid
is,
not to try it.
They got the PlayStation Battle Royale group because there's no Battle Royale for PlayStation right now since PUBG is
That's a
coming
good
out on
point.
Xbox.
That is very true.
So they have that
I didn't
entire
even consider that.
yeah, they have that entire audience that PUBG hasn't touched yet.
And I've heard that they're extending that exclusivity with Xbox.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen a couple articles
It's
that say that
rumored
might
that
happen.
they will.
Yeah.
But I've also seen something that said that they were planning something for PlayStation, but I don't know what that would be.
I don't know. I hate this
Well-
timed exclusive stuff that they're doing right now.
Yeah.
It's so popular.
I just hate all the exclusive stuff because other news that came out this week, Bungie finally launched the last bit of exclusive PlayStation DLC for
the
Destiny 1
on Xbox. Yeah, I heard about that.
a month after 2 came out.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks.
It's stupid. I hate all the exclusive stuff, honestly.
I mean, exclusives sell machines,
yeah, and I mean at
And-
least we're on the good side of it, so I'm not like super pissed about it.
right?
But like it's still stupid.
We're saying that now until Anthem comes out, and it's gonna have like a year of exclusivity on Xbox, and I'm gonna cry and die on the inside.
It better come out. at
I
the same
have
time.
an Xbox, so
You do, which
Yeah.
we
Shut
need
up.
to play
Shut
cup
up.
hold.
I have an
Upgrade
Xbox
on.
One. I've got a PlayStation 4 and a Nintendo Switch. So the only thing I'm excluded out of is PC games.
Which
Like
you have
Owl
an
Boy.
Xbox, so
Yeah, most of them I can play
Yeah,
on
I'm
my
gonna go-
Xbox, but
I'm gonna go buy Owlboy, whatever that is, and play it just
to
because of
spite
your
me?
remark about having an
I've heard
Xbox
it
One.
sucks.
Yeah, just to spite you.
Honestly,
really?
yes,
I've heard nothing but good things.
I've heard it has cool design, but like the gameplay just sucks.
Well, I'll play it on my Switch when I'm on a plane.
Stardew Valley came out on Switch this week.
Yes, it did, boy. Should I
Did
get
you
it?
buy it?
Should
Dude,
I get
buy
it?
You're gonna
buy
lose
it?
so much time. You're gonna text
Isn't there
me
a
at, like,
multiplayer? Isn't there a multiplayer
not
aspect
yet.
coming?
Coming, yes.
Okay.
You're
So you'll
gonna
play with me? You'll come visit my farm?
Yeah, I mean,
Help
yeah.
me pick some carrots?
Yeah,
Maybe rub a
You can't
tomato
grow
against your groin or something?
sure. If you want to do that,
That's what I want to do.
you're gonna text me at like 4 a.m. and be like, I can't stop. I can't stop farming.
Can't stop farming.
Because there's so many times that me and Alexandra have been playing, and it's like, well, I'll just pick these crops. Because you wake up, and like the first thing you usually do is like water all the crops.
I
Or pick them
remember
if
I
they're
remember
grown.
playing Harvest Moon on the GameCube and just getting that routine of going picking my crops, doing this and that. Next day, going picking the crop next. I mean, it's a system you get in and you don't want to stop. But
Yeah, and it's like you'll wake up and you're like, well, I've already picked the crops. I may as
Yeah.
well go do some other stuff. And then
Yeah.
you're like, oh crap, that was another day.
I remember I would play that game as a child, and I had a to-do list. Things I had to get done that day in the game. Like, I got to go do this. I think his name was Van, because I called him Van the Man. Van the Man's coming into town today. I can sell my crops to Van.
He'd come like every Tuesday. Or
Come every
something.
Tuesday. I remember you had to pick a wife in the game, and I remember
Who'd you pick? I picked Celia. That was her name.
Is
the
that
brown head chick?
The who?
Brown head chick?
Yeah, she was a farmer.
Yeah, and then there was the girl that had the short red hair. It was like Yumi or something?
Naomi.
Naomi.
Think. Yeah.
And then there was Muffy, who was the blonde chick.
Yeah, she was like a whore or something.
Whoa, dude.
That's why I never picked her. That's why I always thought she was like the local whore, so I just left her alone.
Jeez.
On the GameCube.
She worked at a
in a bar?
Yeah. I went to the bar.
You have a friend that worked at a bar.
I went to the bar. Look, this was like 10-year-old Jake, so give him a break, okay? Past Jake was stupid. But yeah,
I remember bars are whores. Apparently.
Yeah. Milk bars. Let's be real now. Milk bars. I don't know why. I don't remember why I thought that, but that's what I just stayed away from her. I thought she was bad news.
I just picked Celia. I was like, I don't like the blonde girl, and I don't like girls with short hair. So I picked Celia.
God, 10-year-old Brody and Jake were rough, man.
And then there was the thing that we saw where it was like you could somehow marry the chick like that lived in a mansion that played piano all the time.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, frick, I want to marry her.
Yeah, she was loaded. That was great. Harvest Moon, man. Good times.
But yeah, so Stardew Valley is $15.
What's sad is I spent so much time in that game. I don't know that I ever beat it because I think you die at one point and you become your son. But as much as I played that game, and I mean hours, I never got that far. So I don't know if that happens or not. Spoilers potentially.
We should look that up. Not now.
Let's do it right now.
Okay. Sure, dude. Look it up.
You want to look it up?
How does Harvest Moon, It's a Beautiful Life end?
Is that what it was called?
Yes. Or It's a Wonderful Life. It's beautiful or wonderful? Wonderful Life.
Yep.
End. That's the most searched thing on YouTube.
How does it end?
Part 165.
Holy moly!
Someone did a Let's Play and it has 165
Holy
parts.
Oh, this is gonna make me sad. I want to play this game
Divorce.
now. Can they do
Someone divorce their wife?
I didn't know you could do that in that game. Holy moly!
Probably trying to get with the whore.
Probably.
There was so many because there was events that happened around town too, wasn't there?
Yeah. Van would come to town and he would sell you stuff and that was cool.
So that's kind of how whatchamacallit is. Stardew Valley, each month there's 4. There's 4 seasons. So I guess that's kind of like months. But there's usually 2 events that happen during each month that's really cool. The fall one has a Halloween event that was really cool. Heaven chapter. That's the end. Heaven chapter.
Okay. So there's holy moly. So I think I got this far. This is Happy Farm Life. Okay. In this chapter lasting 2 years, the player's son is a teenager and wants to be independent. The player has aged as have most of the people in the valley. The player's son's career cannot be changed now without confusing him. The ruins have grown even larger, and you can dig a lot and make a good profit. By the way, full spoilers for Harvest Moon if you haven't played it. Then there's the journey. In this chapter, lasting 1 year, the player's son is now a young adult, and their wife has aged. His actions mirror the players from year 1, such as harvesting and looking for a good spouse. The ruins are even bigger, which I don't even remember what the ruins are. There is no possible way for the player's son career choice to be changed now. Twilight. In this chapter, the player and other villages have aged. Some have died, and the player's son is now certain of his career and can no longer be swayed. They've said that for the past 3 chapters, so I'm really confused.
Must be really important.
The game ends with the player's death, and Takakura, who was I don't even know. He was your father figure or something.
He was your dad's friend or something.
Yeah.
Which was kind of crazy that he outlived you somehow because he was really
I know,
old.
right? He was old when you got there. So it says Takakura or whatever thinking to their father about how Forget-Me-Not Valley fares after the player's death. Then it says the Heaven chapter, which got me laughing. The Heaven chapter can only be played in Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life Special Edition. In this chapter, the player may play at any pace or any chapter they wish. The player gets their wife and son back along with your money, animals, and crops. That's so funny. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know how I didn't beat that because I played so much.
Look up on how long to beat.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
We're going on a whole.
I think it's like
Harvest
75 hours or something like that. That's not that long. It has to be longer than that.
Moon. I'm telling you, it's got to be pretty long. Harvest Moon. I really want to play this game now. Is that Stardew Valley? Is this a good thing to play in replacement of?
Stardew Valley?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that Stardew Valley reminds me a lot of
Okay, it's
Harvest
not
Moon.
Another Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. Not another.
Not Another. That's some other one.
Wait,
okay.
wait.
Harvest Moon. It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Boy, they don't got it on here.
Just Google it.
That's
then.
scary.
Just Google it. It's no one's ever beaten it.
No one's ever beaten how long to beat Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life.
What?
Oh, there it is. Here we go. Oh my god.
So for completionists,
It's 60 hours and 45 minutes.
if you play it at a leisurely pace, it takes 35 hours to beat.
To do the main story. I don't know, man.
Okay.
But if you do the main plus extras, it takes 68 hours to beat.
Holy moly.
That came out in 2003.
2003, man.
Dang.
Long time. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this episode of ChortleCast. We do appreciate it, and we hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, there's a couple things you can do. If you're watching on YouTube, you're already at chortlegames.com, which is a URL that we own that takes you to our YouTube channel. Because Steven didn't understand that, even though he's been on the podcast for 4 or 5 months. And I say it at the end of every podcast, and he still didn't get it.
Okay, you say understand as if that's something that I can't comprehend.
Good Lord, man.
When
What
I
is
told
up
you
with this?
when I told you we had a thing, you were like, "Y'all have a URL?" Anyway, you can go there and you can leave us a comment on that YouTube video and let us know what you thought. You can also send us an email at ChortleCast@gmail.com and let us know what topics you'd like to hear us talk about, if you're enjoying the show, all that sort of good stuff. Thanks, we appreciate those. Last but not least, you can tweet us on Twitter
Tweet us.
at ChortleGames, and we'll tweet you back. Yeah. So it's been a good show. You guys having fun?
No.
No, not at all.
No.
I learned
You know
a lot
why?
about
Because-
Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we
know
learned-
why I'm not having fun? Because I'm not home playing Stardew Valley.
Or Harvest Moon.
Yeah. Actually, it's on PSN.
Well, we are in full Halloween spring.
We're in spring?
Full Halloween
Full spring
swing.
Halloween
We're in the
swing.
full swing of Halloween. That's a hard thing to say.
I don't think we're in
Full
the
swing of
We're not the
Halloween.
full swing of it.
We're
It's
in the full
beginning of the
swing
month.
of Halloween at this point. We have posted 4 Halloween videos this week. We've got another 4 coming up. Don't forget we're live streaming today. That's Friday. As you're watching this. Next week we're gonna finish up Little Nightmares. Monday and Tuesday are the last 2 parts of Little Nightmares.
Stream tomorrow.
We're gonna be streaming every Friday.
Oh, yeah. Stream to Friday.
Wednesday we're playing a super fun VR game
Super fun.
called Weeping Doll.
Oh, God.
It's very funny. It's just you're gonna have to watch
You're going
it.
to laugh
It's very.
more than you're going to be scared.
It's not. I get really scared one time over nothing because I'm in VR and it was really intense for me.
In fact, you might not even laugh. You might just get angry like I did.
Brody
So-
gets so mad. It's great. You gotta watch it. Thursday we're gonna be playing a little game called PT.
Ooh.
So look forward to that horror.
Ooh.
The horror
Is that
that
a
it
ghost?
is.
Did you hear that ghost?
I heard a ghost. His name's Steven.
What?
And then, of course, Friday we'll have another podcast for you and a live stream. Today we're streaming Amnesia. I'm not sure what we're going to be streaming next Friday, but
I hope that we eventually get to Cuphead, but I don't know.
yeah, Cuphead maybe later on. Just all
Why
we
not
need,
make
all
that a
we needed
series?
is an Xbox controller. That's all we need.
If you want to send us an Xbox One controller,
Feel perfectly free to do that. Send me an email at ChortleCast@gmail.com and let me know, and we'll get you the info you need. Anywho, thanks for being on the show today, guys. It's good. You're always here, so I don't know why I'm telling you thank you.
I've missed like 3 or 4 episodes, I think.
Of the podcast?
Yeah.
Total?
Like when we first started, I think I missed a couple.
Total, yeah, you've probably missed 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and look. But now that I have Steven, I can usually get him on if you can't be here. But now that Steven's kind of officially a part of the podcast, I'll never be alone.
I'm glad to be Jake's second choice.
Well, I'm not going to say anything more about that, so we're going to leave. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.